Let's go Bob, Joe Menzer, Lee Spencer. Go ahead, Bob.
Bob Hockers, Sporting News. We all talk about how this might be one of your best tracks to get a win, and yet you haven't won a plate race since 2004. So I'm curious, do you still feel as, do you still feel as strong here as you did back when you were winning all the plate races, or has racing here changed so much that you don't feel as kind of either dominant or as much this is a place for you to win?
Well, I feel like I'm in the best equipment that's out there, and that gives you a lot of confidence. I feel like I know what I'm doing when I come here, so that gives me, I feel like that if I could create the best scenario for me to come to Talladega and win a race, that this is it. I'm driving the best cars. I feel like I understand how to get around the racetrack. When we started tandem racing, I really didn't understand that, didn't like it, didn't want to do it, and sort of didn't wrap my brain around it and accept it and try to learn how to do it as quickly as some. And I almost wished it away, and it wasn't going away. But, and we've had some, bad luck and getting caught up in wrecks. But we've always, at some point, even when those were happening, we've been up front, and running well. It hasn't been, I haven't had a race since 2004 here where I felt like I didn't know what I was doing, or I was lost or making bad decisions one after the other, or had lost my savvy here or my mojo. But I look forward to a good race. I feel like if we do what we need to do and make the right moves, we'll be up there again trying to win.
Joe Menzer.
Joe Menzer, NASCAR.com. Dale, yesterday Jimmy Johnson was in here, and he actually kind of took the opposite side of the coin on your. He said that he doesn't think this is your best chance to win now because you're running so well everywhere. Is it kind of nice to hear that from a guy like Jimmy? Because he kind of thinks you've got a better chance where there aren't so many crazy things that can happen.
Yeah, that's. I maybe feel the same way because when you come to Daytona and Talladega, the cars are so equal, and even though pack racing definitely puts things more in your hands and you have more control of your own destiny when you're just dealing with yourself and looking out for number one, being really greedy and selfish. There's still so many things. The cars are so equal, and somebody could get the right push, and a couple guys could do the right thing at the right time and win the race. And there's nothing you can do about it, and you might it's a lottery really, and I've said that before, but it kind of really is when you come to Daytona and Talladega. Trying to win these races is a bit of a lottery, but I feel like we're really consistent every week. We've gone to several different styles of racetracks throughout this year, and we've been consistently finishing well. We've been pretty quick at some, and just competitive at others. And I would love to win this race on Sunday, but if our next win happens to come at a track where you really got a wheel on it and get around the corner and hustle the car a lot, that would probably personally mean a bit more to me, just because of the circumstances of how we haven't won in a long time, and how I guess what the critics' opinion would be should we win here and break the streak. Obviously it's a plate track, and go win somewhere else and prove us really that you've got it all turned around, I guess. I don't know. But that kind of is in the back of your mind a little bit.
Dale's got to get to the nationwide meeting here shortly. We got time for two more questions. Lee and then George.
Lee Spencer, Fox Sports. Junior, real quick, you mentioned confidence, and it seems to be a real theme here. And Jeff Gordon said yesterday, just knowing what he has with the Hendrick equipment and the personnel, gives him a level of confidence as well. Is there something about the Hendrick factor that, gives you guys that confidence? And is it too early to be thinking about where you are in points, trailing Biffle by just 5 at this point in the season?
Well, I'm not really worried about, I'm just, as far as the points go, I'm just trying to put together good races one after the other, complete races, finish every lap, finish as good as the car can, steal a couple spots here and there when we can, like we did last weekend, and just total points, just keep putting points on the board and trying to make sure that the best scenario for us would be to be able to go into the last few races before the chase already locked in, so we can try to do some things that we typically wouldn't do and take some chances that we typically wouldn't take on the race car itself, and understand some new things about the car that we can't really try yet for fear of having a failure or bad run with it. So it'd be nice to go into the last couple races locked in to be able to do that. And I think the answer, Jeff's right about how the Hendrick factor really does give you a lot of confidence, and that was one of the things that really kind of got me through the tough years over there, was knowing how good the equipment was, and knowing if we utilized it right that we would have good success. It is the best stuff out there. We got the best employees, the most dedicated employees. Our boss man is he's amazing and put a lot of talent around the drivers, and I can't express how great it is to work there, and just how impressive it is. Every time I go over there, it's just everything's in its right place, and everybody's doing exactly what they need to be doing. It's just really incredible. But so it's impressive, and I'm proud of it and proud to be a part of it.
George, you may have to walk out with him because he's got 5 minutes to get to the driver's meeting. So, Dale, I'll excuse you from. Okay.
Just real quick to touch upon what Lee said, you mentioned the equipment and whatnot. You've had that Hendrick equipment obviously for a while. So what is the difference this year in terms of your success then?
I think just me and Stevie learning more about each other and understanding and trusting each other even more and more, and the team, buying into Stevie's system and me buying into the system, us all sort of getting on the same page together. We just get more and more confidence with each other, in each other, week in and week out. And the engineers are, that put the setups together are seeing parallels and patterns and in the way that, what I like and what the car likes and what makes the car fast, and we're sort of taking those certain things to track and improving on our runs from last year.
Dale, thanks a lot. Good luck both races, okay?